of the Black consciousness movement, and what would his views have been on South Africa today?
Well, a close friend of Biko answered some of these interesting questions. SABC's Reneé Heine sat with Dr Nchuape Aubrey Mokoape as South Africa marked 40 years since the icon's death.
At the age of 15, Dr Mokoape was the youngest political prisoner in the country. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison in 1960 before he qualified as a medical doctor. A young Dr Mokoape is seen here during his arrest at Orlando High School with other prominent PAC leaders. He recalls the early years of activism as medical students before Biko founded the Black consciousness movement.
He went spreading the message of the necessity first of forming a Black students organization. Secondly, what is this Black student organization about? In other words, the conversation that must be held among Black students. And that was the genesis of Black consciousness. And there was overwhelming response in all the Black universities. And they joined in the formation of SASU, which was inaugurated at that time, 1969. I think the inauguration of which he became the president. And him and I worked together throughout that time, refining our ideas, discussing.
He said Biko wouldn't have approved of the current political situation.
The current leadership totally deserted the cause of the revolution that so many people worked hard for, so many people laid their lives for. They're presiding over a neo-apartheid state. If we look at the condition of Black people today and compare it to what it was, it has shifted very, very little. You go to Mlazi, Malogazi, Chatsworth, you go anywhere, our people are living in almost exactly the same position. The big problem is coming. To become a failed state, to become a dysfunctional country. And when we have so much wealth in this country. We have. Why can't we build houses? How much money is being stolen on a daily basis by the people that have duped us to elect them into leadership?
Biko testified at his later trial known as the Frelimo trial in 1976, after which he was sentenced to 6 years imprisonment on Robben Island. At this time, he warned Biko, who was still a free man, to leave the country. But Biko refused.
It also demonstrated the maturity that the revolution had reached. That at that time, we had reached a point when death did not matter to us. We'd reached that point where the commitment to the freedom of our people was so important that we as ordinary agents and human beings acting in that drama of the revolution were mere servants, and that our lives as individuals mattered, yes, but we're not greater than the cause.
Dr Mokoape says South Africans have the power to challenge the current leadership and effect change, in the same way that Biko and the early activists stood up and confronted the oppressive apartheid regime. Reneé Heine, SABC News, Durban.